So here we have traditional little head. You can see from the side view here that the owner has very much taken kitchen shears to it, and it happens. So this is what we're going to do to sort of fix that. And then also we have to kind of giggle that all these different lengths in this. So he's looking a little double chinny, so we're gonna get rid of that as well. With this super quick, what I would do is fold the ears backwards and out of our way. Right, ears out of our, backwards and out of our way, right? And it just makes that a lot safer. And then, now I have hopefully you can see that, a 4-blade there. And I find these great for universally doing all this. What we're gonna do, so if you were to draw a line kind of ish from the corner of the eye down, you can see all that of what is his beard moustache area, right? The muzzle. We're only just gonna come down right here. So about from the corner of the eye and down, and this will allow for a lot of ear flow. Won't really change the look at all because the ear will cover that. So basically here, we're gonna start at about the corner of the eye, and then we're just gonna drop that straight down. We're just roughing this in so it doesn't have to look perfect. Okay, then we're gonna go to the other side, and I'm literally doing the exact same thing. If you have a dog who's not used to it, you can always hold that out of the way, right? It's just whatever your dog is used to. Now we need to do the throat, so I have to take him out of the grooming loop. So we want to keep them in, obviously, for safety as much as we can, but this, I'm gonna need it. So we're gonna take his nose, we're gonna point it to the stars, okay? So then that makes this nice and taut. Very lightly, and again, we wanna make that as taut as possible. So we're putting that, his nose to the stars. That gives us a little bit right here that we just wanna grab, and on the other side, a little bit right there. Sorry. That was just really awkward posing between me and the cameraman, if only you knew. Okay, so now that we have that roughed in, okay? Now this becomes super duper simple. We're gonna go with a bunch of circles and half moons, or U's, however you wanna think about it. I don't judge. So I'm gonna pull a little bit of this down. We're not going super hard or heavy with that. And we're just gonna pull a little bit of that down. So what you can see right now is almost a square, right? We want this to be a soft U. So what I tend to like to do is take my scissors and at about a 45 degree from the stop, right? 45 degrees. And we are going to make a soft, probably easier for you to see it that way. Hey, sweetie. Right, soft U. Just rough it in. Hopefully you can see that. Now, because with that ear flipped over, what that allows is that when we're looking at the corner of this eye, so that it doesn't look melty, right here, we want to actually bring the scissors straight in like a baseball cap, right? And so then here, what you can see versus even here, lovely and bright, slightly melty, okay? So that's what we're talking about. So I'm gonna do the same Z's. Right there. Okay, and again, this shortness in here, that is from what the owner did, but we're gonna fix that, it's all good. So I'm gonna re-fluff that, okay? And you can see what's there. And if at any point this is scaring you, don't, it's all good. Sorry, I don't like two of the hairs right there. Is now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our scissors and come up and over, okay? So first I'm gonna show it to you from this angle. Okay, so we're gonna start there. And we're gonna go up and over. Okay, give it another floof, right? And then we can look, ooh, that's a whole bunch of specialness, right? And then I'm gonna go up and over. Sorry if I get a little in the way here. Hey, bud. Maybe a little bit of a point. Only looking from that part, right? Do you see how even when I put the ears back, but again, right? If you're only looking there, you can see that it's all back to being, other than a couple of hairs right there and a couple of hairs right here. Normally I would grab it after, but you know, the interwebs, there are a lot of people who like to tell me things, so I tend to get it. What's with the boogies? What boogies? So when you wonder why that coat is curly, it's cut. No, honey, here, I gotta wipe that off. No boogies. Okay, so we're gonna get our shape here. I know, but well, I didn't want to show the interwebs your boogies, honey, but it has to happen.
You said you did a good close up.
Just so you can see the shape. Oh, come on. I was just using, I am not even touching. I am literally just using the pasty color that is my hands so you can see his beard and how it's a little off. Okay, so now we're gonna work on the bottom part of this. And so what I tend to do is set my bottom line first. And anytime you're doing anything, make sure that your thumb is covering up his tongue and mouth for safety. You are just the funniest little man. No, I literally just combed all that. He's like, I know, that's why I did it. Right, and it literally just straight across. Okay, straight across. Go to whatever length makes your little heart go pitter patter. Straight across, okay? Then we're gonna turn that head. Now we're gonna put our finger, our pointer finger, and then we're gonna comb that down, and then we're gonna think that soft U or half circle, whichever makes you happy, right? You just gotta rough it in. We're not going for perfection. We're going for, right? Just so you can really see that shape right there, okay? Then we're gonna turn him. We're gonna do the other side. So again, I'm gonna put my thumb over that mouth. We're gonna comb this gently down because that's him, right? We don't wanna think about that. And when I'm doing this, I'm actually coming away. So even though it might look like I'm coming at the throat, when you twist this way, I'm actually coming out to the side, okay? Again, it's always about safety. So then, right? Then look back in the center. That, oh son, I'm sorry, I've done you dirty. That's your little pudge roll. I wasn't trying to show the world that. Checking to see what's pudge and what's not. I feel like I'm doing them dirty right here. There. And then we're gonna look back this way. And just so you can see with my flesh, that's our line, right? We're gonna clean that up a little bit. Okay, once we have that, now we can, I'm trying to get my hand out of this, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so now we can fluff this. Hey, bud? Yeah, I don't like right there. Now, I don't know if you can see, I'm really underneath this, so there I'm not worried about his tongue because his tongue would go up and I'm right back here. And by that, I mean right there is where my scissors were, not here, okay? If you have a smaller comb, you could always use that as well. And I'm just gonna lift all this up. Then we're gonna do one side at a time. I'm gonna put my finger there. I'm using curves. You use whatever makes your heart go pitter patter. We want to bring this in. And I don't know if you could see, I kind of started with a little bit of a square and we're just roughing that round in. Okay? And then we're gonna do the same on the other side. That gives them a chance to do a little lick, and that's fine. Oh my goodness, that is an odd angle. Now, did we get it anywhere near? Oh, no, not even a little bit. There. Right? So see, what I'm trying to do is get these edges in. It's funny. When you're trying to do something for a camera, it really throws all your grooming angles right out the window. Oh, bud. Yeah, you're a good boy. Can I just comb that? No. No, Auntie doesn't get that. Okay. I'm gonna come up and over. And I don't like right here. Okay, so then once we have that roughed in, we can end up looking at the whole shape. Nope, he's not gonna look up, so you'll have to believe me. I want it a little bit, no, honey, baby dog. I don't like right in here, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put our thumb over, we're gonna take, it's okay, bud, really? Take that out. Do you see how always making sure that your finger is in the way of where their tongue could get into your scissors, and that is just for safety. And if you are not thinking about that constantly, you maybe shouldn't have scissors in your hand. So now that we've got that roughed in a little, right, into our basic shape, now we're gonna make that pretty. Now that comes down to whatever you want in regards to softening. If you are happier with your blenders, use your blenders. If you're happier with your scissors, use your scissors. There's no right, there's no wrong. We're just gonna get it done. Okay, so I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. We're gonna round this out. Round. Then I am just gonna go to blenders. So do you see how I'm getting in there? And it's really bringing that, I don't like right there. He's just trying to look out the door. Right? That starts to bring that in. I still think this needs to be a little bit tighter under here. And that's him, so don't. And then, if we give this a fluff. Maybe, I don't know if you guys can see it, the two hairs right there. Ooh, that owner really did take that piece out. So as much as she took out right here, it's the best we can do to sort of soften that. And then I want to soften in here a little bit more. And then when we're looking off the back, that's pretty decent. What, maybe two hairs? Right? And then that muzzle is set. And then what we're gonna do is set these ears. Now, Mom's preference was what I would call an ear muff. So slide that down, right? That's where those are covered. Point your finger and thumb, and this is where I can go straight across. Doesn't have to be perfect, because look at, that is far from perfect, but what we can do is lift that up, right? And just grab that stuff underneath, okay? And then when we have this, no, where are you going, son? When we have this, and again, still rough, but that's fine. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the ear leather, we're gonna roll it around our fingers. So see how I have my hand curved? We're gonna roll that around our fingers, lift this up, okay? So you can see from the side, yep, it's wild and crazy. And we're gonna round this. Then we're gonna hold that face so he's safe. And then this is where we can soften. We soften everything. And then you can see if we turn him, right? The ear that we're doing, which we can even make a little bit fuller, right? There, compared to what he had, right? Long and droopy, lovely lifted, and looking quite soft. And we're gonna do it a little bit more. And here. Oh, maybe a little bit more right there. I know, buddy. Me, friend. I know. None of that's for you, though. Okay. So right there's sort of that difference, and that you can see that round face. And ultimately, this ear, samesies, so on from a different angle, comb that down, feel where the ear leather is, right there, covered, straight across. If you have to, lift it up, look at it this way. Okay, so you can see the round, right? Then hold that same ear leather right down here, rolling it, lifting all this coat up, and then rounding.
This one's not as full, honey. No, it's not. It's looking pretty rough, baby boy.
Do you hold this ear a little different? I think maybe you might. Okay. And there, we're starting to get some volume.
Are you holding it backwards, sweetie?
So see how we have a little bit of unevenness? So that's what we're trying right now. And that's how you get that head.